Troy ranked Denver 7. Go ahead, please.
KJ, congratulations. What is it you bring to the table? Bronco fans slightly surprised maybe because they got Judy, but what is it you bring to the table as an all-purpose guy and maybe return game?
I think, I bring the table speed, quickness, playmaking ability. I'm versatile. I can play outside. I can play in the slot. And, I can return kicks and punch. So, I'm a playmaker, and I got a chip on my shoulder at all times. I've been an underdog my whole life. So being in this situation right now and being part of the Broncos organization is amazing. So I'm going to get them 150%, 24/7, 365, So, yeah, that's me. That's me.
Next, we've got Kyle Newman with the Denver Post. Kyle, go ahead.
Hey, KJ, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you talk about being an underdog your whole life, and I know you had the ACL injury coming into college and redshirted your first year there. What kind of adversity have you faced with that or beyond that to get to the point where you are today?
Man, I done faced a lot, from my two best friends being killed, me dealing with that, to me, tearing my ACL. So, but I think, at that point in time, it made me, closer to God, and it made me, learn so much about myself. It's all a mental thing. So, I had to be mentally strong in that situation when I was down at IMG by myself. So, that situation and my two best friends passing away hit me hard. But, you got to overcome it some way. You got to find, the great ones find a way. And, so I'm blessed to be in this opportunity right now.
Was that in high school?
Yes, sir, in high school. Both my best friends got killed in high school. Yes, sir.
Next, we've got Nikki Javala, followed by Mike Kliss. Nikki with The Athletic. Go ahead.
Hi, KJ. Just curious, how much interaction did you have with the Broncos throughout the pre-draft process, and how much do you know about Drew Lock and kind of what they've been building on offense so far?
I only got one call from Coach Zazzani, so Coach Zazzani recruited me at Tennessee. So we already got a great relationship going off, and, I know, like, Corden Sutherland and, Deshaun Hamilton, who was my teammate my freshman year. So that's been my big brother. I've been talking to him through this process. So, I don't know a lot, but, Deshaun will help me out through it. He's my big brother, my older brother. So, I know he'll help me, and I'll be under his wing learning.
Next, we've got Michael Spencer with Channel 4, followed by Mike Kliss. Michael, go ahead.
Hey, KJ, two questions. One, were you surprised that it was the Broncos, especially given that they had already taken Judy? And then you talked about your relationship with Deshaun. Can you kind of go into that a little bit more? And what do you think that'll be like playing with him again?
Yeah, I was most definitely surprised. Me and Coach Zazzani only FaceTime once, talked once. So it did catch me off guard. But me and Deshaun, I'll be more comfortable going into an organization knowing I know somebody, and he showed me the ropes as a freshman coming in at Penn State. So I've always kept in touch with him. I've always looked up to him as a big brother. So actually getting to play with him at the best of the best, and seeing how he progressed, from his redshirt freshman year to now, So it's gonna be amazing, man. I know Judy too. Me and Judy been boys since the opening. So, playing with him and, playing with them boys is going to be amazing. And I appreciate it.
Next, we've got Mike Kliss with Channel 9, followed by Eric Dalala. Mike Kliss, go ahead, please.
Yeah, KJ, just who did you talk to? Who did you first hear from the Broncos today? And they talk about the role you would have.
Well, you mean who I talked to, today?
Yes. When you
got
drafted.
John Elway.
Okay, and did he say anything about being a returner for the team?
I really couldn't hear him just because my fan was yelling and we was all crying. So it was kind of hard to hear him, but I hope he has that in mind. So yeah, I would love to return kicks and punts and stuff like that.
Next, we've got Eric Dalala with DenverBroncos.com, followed by Arnie Stapleton. Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, KJ, I know you had some eligibility left at Penn State. Could you just maybe talk us through why this was the right time for you to enter the draft?
I didn't know I was coming out at first. And, basically I had a end of the year draft meeting with my coach, my head coach, Coach Franklin, and my wide receiver coach, my mother, my father, and my mentor. And, I was just surprised by the grades I was getting, so, and this was, second round was the main grade I was getting. And, just to be in this position. And so, I talked over my parents and my family, and, they thought I was ready for the NFL. So, and I thought it wasn't no doubt in my mind that I was ready for the NFL. So, I'm excited. Yes, sir.
Next, we've got Arnie Stapleton with the Associated Press, and we've got time for a few more after that. Arnie, go ahead, please.
Hey, KJ, I know at the combine you didn't run the 40 because you had tweaked your hamstring. So
Yep.
I'm just wondering how the hamstring is. And then secondly, you talked at the combine about the dog mentality that you bring because of your size. And I wondered if you could just talk about what that means and how that drives you.
Yeah, my hamstrings all good. I'm fully healthy. I'm fully recovered. I've been running real good. And, that dog mentality is, it's more so, it's like a mindset. So, like, where I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. I got it tatted on my sleeve. And, where I'm from, it really hit home, So, not a lot of people where I'm from make it or do anything good. So, I wanted to be a positive influence for Pontiac itself. And, so, I'm putting on for my city, like I said, I've been underdog my whole life, so I've always had something to prove, just because of my size. So I had to develop in other areas to help out. So, yeah, dog mentality, I do that on and off the field. I don't take nothing from nobody. I don't back down from nobody. It's like a David and Goliath story. So I'm the smallest guy in the smallest frame, but I give you everything I got.
Thanks.
We've got Vic Lombardi with Altitude, followed by James Palmer. Vic, go ahead, please. Vic, your line should be unmuted. Go ahead, please. Vic, you there? Okay, we'll go ahead with James Palmer, the NFL Network. James, go ahead, please.
Yeah. I'm just curious. You're pretty out of breath, man. Can you describe this celebration that you guys had? I mean, I need an inside scoop about what just went down. Did you run down the block or what happened?
Nah, I was crying. So, I was crying a lot because it really took a toll on me to get here. It's, just to be in this position and be in this situation, it took so much work. My mom always thought my dad was overworking me and being too hard on me, but he saw something in me that I didn't see at the time. So, appreciate him, appreciate my mentor right here, Reggie Wins. He saw something in me that, he took me under his wing and got me to the opportunities where I could just, be myself and play ball. So, my parents was all jumping on me, and my immediate family was here jumping on me. So, yeah, I'm a little out of breath.
So I was curious. You said you mentioned Jerry pretty well. What did you expect in this process? Probably you guys would land on the same team then.
No, not really. I've been talking to Cesar Ruiz, who got picked up by the Saints in the first round, and he's my best friend. But me and Judy ain't really talked about it. So I'm blessed to be with him, man. He's a great player. Like I said, we were on the same. It was me, him, and Tua on the same, and Jalen Reagor on the same team at the opening. So it's like we're being reunited. So I'm pretty pumped though.
Last one, we've got Brandon Cristal, KOA. Brandon, your line should be unmuted. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, KJ, two quick ones. Had you not gotten hurt, you mentioned Jalen Reagor. We know Ruggs ran the 4.27. What do you think you would have run had you not gotten hurt? And then who do you model your game after?
For sure. It was, when I was training, I was running real good. So I wasn't gonna say I was gonna break the record, but I was gonna be in the equation. I was gonna be in the conversation. So 4.2 was the only thing in my mind. It would have mid 4.2, high 4.2. That was the only thing I was gonna run. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. What was the second question? I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, bud. Who do you model your game after? What receivers do you think you play like?
Deshaun Jackson is the main guy I think I play like. I've been hearing it since I was younger. And he's my favorite player. So him and Steve Smith are the people I look up to. And but I think, from a playmaking ability, from taking a slant to 60 yards and for a touchdown and stuff like that, I think me and Deshaun are real similar. So Deshaun Jackson is my favorite player.